Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buyer Agency and John L. Scott Bothell. Here with the September monthly market update for the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties, Washington. In this video, we will primarily look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of August, briefly looking at national mortgage interest rates before moving on to look specifically at local data that was sourced directly from Northwest MLS public releases. In these videos, we try to take the approach of breaking down various key metrics in detail before finally providing a summary at the end. If you are just looking to get a quick lowdown on one specific market aspect or a summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. There are detailed chapters and timestamps provided on the video timeline and in the description below. Okay then, that said, let's get started.
Okay guys, once again we'll be starting this month by briefly looking at 30-year mortgage rates for the month of August and the very beginning of September, provided here by Freddie Mac. These numbers represent weekly averages that are taken every Thursday. So the end of July, we were around 2.99%, and we dropped down for the first week of August down to 2.88%. This was an all-time historical low. As we keep setting these all-time historical lows, the 30-year mortgage rates nationally this year. And then for the next couple of weeks, we went back up, going to 2.96 on Thursday, August the 13th. And the week ending August the 20th was 2.99% again. So on August the 20th, we were back up to where we were at the beginning of the month. And since then, we've trended back down again. The week ending August the 27th, we were at 2.91%. For the final few days of August, we trended back up fractionally, averaging the week ending September 3rd, 2.93%. And through the first 10 days of September, we've trended back down dramatically. We're now again at all-time lows were set the week ending this Thursday, September the 10th, of 2.86%. So again, this just continual trend downwards. Just every time we think it's going to kind of start to go back up, doesn't seem to be doing so. The longer term trend still seems to be trending fractionally down. Again, I'm not certain how low this can go, just in fundamentals. Hoping to speak with an expert shortly here about that, so look forward to that. Okay then, moving on to our local data. Newly active listings in King County, 4,628 for the month of August. And in Snohomish County, that was 1,766. In King County, that represents a decrease month over month of 1.11%, and in Snohomish County, that's a decrease of 2.81% month over month. Year over year, it's a substantial increase. King County is up 38.85% for the month of August, and Snohomish County was up a much more moderate 6.97%. Of course, as we suggested last month, this is largely just because all the difficulties surrounding COVID-19 this year pushed back and compressed what would be our standard market seasonality. Okay, moving on to total active listings. At the end of August, King County had 4,010 total active listings, and Snohomish County had 1,024 total active listings. Almost opposite to newly active listings, we can see that we're substantially down year over year in both King County and Snohomish County. King County in 2019 had 5,479 total active listings at the end of August. So this represents a reduction of 26.81% down to the 4,010, approximately to 2 decimal places. And Snohomish County has dropped year over year approximately 53.05%, so over half. Its inventory is down over half in terms of total active listings. Switching back to the month-to-month numbers, in King County we're fractionally up. It was 3,877 in July, and in Snohomish County fractionally down from 1,095. In King County, the month-to-month increase was 3.43% approximately to 2 decimal places. And Snohomish County, it was approximately a drop of 6.48%. So very quickly in isolation, a couple of things we might interpret from this chart are that obviously total active listings being sizably down in King County and dramatically down in Snohomish County year over year. Again, as it's been for most of this year, just gives us an idea of just how dramatically this is a relatively versus last year a seller's market. But we can see that the newly active listings last month in King County, at least, totaled enough to, even if ever so fractionally, start to bring the total active listings numbers up. So our meeting or fractionally outpacing demand. And in Snohomish County, our total active listings have decreased month over month. And this is showing us that we have not added enough listings to the marketplace relative to demand last month to balance that out. All right, then moving on to months of inventory. As we might anticipate, the months of inventory number is still extremely low. King County is fractionally up from 1.13 months of inventory to 1.16 months of inventory. That's month over month. But still, as you can see, yep, sizably down when you look versus August 2019. Again, that's just in line with everything else we've already seen in terms of total active listings. And then Snohomish County is, again, similar to the total active listings numbers, down month to month, down to 0.69 months of inventory now, which, 0.73 is extremely low, and 0.69 is, clearly even lower. So hopefully we get a little more inventory relative to demand in Snohomish County over the coming months. Unfortunately, it's a little more likely this months of inventory number continues to go even lower in Snohomish. Just in 2019, through the fourth quarter, while both demand and listings dropped, the listings contraction actually outpaced the seasonal reduction in demand. So if that follows again this year, we would end up, still going yet even lower in terms of inventory. So if interest rates remain approximately where they're at, or perhaps go even lower again, this would probably continue to reinforce prices or push them higher. Moving on to our price charts, median list prices. The median list price in King County came down from $743,995 to $729,950. And in Snohomish County, it came down from $589,500 to $589,475. So pretty much didn't really come down at all, because when you take in the discrepancy of we're just dealing with median prices, I don't think $25 counts for a lot. So that's pretty much the same. King County down 1.89%, or $14,045 month to month. When we're looking year over year, that means in King County we're up from $699,250 in August 2019. That's a $30,700 increase, otherwise expressed as 4.39% to two decimal places. And in Snohomish County we're up from $549,950. That's an increase of $39,525, otherwise expressed as about 7.19% to two decimal places. In short, though, if we focus back on the month-to-month for a second, we can see that sellers, guided by listing agency in King County, for the most part, chose to bring listing prices down a little bit, which was the second consecutive month of drops on listing price points. Whereas Snohomish County, it's been pretty flat year for the last 4 months, and I can see almost exactly the same as it was in July. Just maybe speaking a little bit to the different outlooks. In Snohomish County, agents predominantly feeling we can maintain something near those highs established earlier in the summer, while in King County, agents and sellers maybe just a little bit more cautious, or fractionally more apprehensive, that they don't want to leave themselves overpriced as prices came back down, and then leave their property lingering a little bit too long on the market to achieve the maximum value. And finally, last but not least, as always, our median close and sales prices chart. Here you see in King County, we went to $680,000 was the new median close and sales price. That is an all-time high that was set. So if we just briefly talk about the previous slide and the listing prices, we see the agents and sellers were perhaps a little apprehensive that August might trend down in terms of price points, but it seems there was no real need to worry about that. Demand was still very strong, and aided by low interest rates, the price points in the median have increased. That represents a month-to-month increase of 1.49% and a year-over-year increase of 10.57%. Up from a mere $615,000 median this time last year. Snohomish County set a median closing sales price of $534,999. So that is fractionally down from July, down $11,451 month to month. which represents a decrease of about 2.1%. Year over year, it is up from $470,000, which is $64,999, and that's a year over year percentage change of approximately 13.83%. Very briefly, as in some projections for the next few weeks, I think that we can probably anticipate that in Snohomish County, the median closing sales prices might go up again a little bit. Whether or not they'll exceed those highs of July, I'm not certain. But I think just the fact that, as we discussed a little earlier in the video, inventory is almost certain to continue to go down in Snohomish County, outpacing in its decline any reduction in demand, means that short of increase in interest rates, we would anticipate that it would be able to maintain these levels. And in terms of King County, obviously this is an all-time high. And just looking at August alone, there was a slight increase of supply relative to demand in King County, only slightly, but still an increase. So that one's a little bit more of a coin flip as to whether it can maintain these prices or even with shortened demand go higher again. Literally every week in the market is interesting right now, with interest rates consistently setting these all-time lows, inventory being extremely low, and generally all the stuff surrounding COVID-19 making this year anomalous in terms of seasonality. It just makes it extremely difficult to project, but certainly exciting for those of us in the industry with lots to keep abreast of, even on a week-to-week basis.
So in summary, August 2020 continued to display many of the characteristics we've seen these last few months in the residential real estate market. Buyer demand is very high, partially fueled, as it has been for much of this year, by extremely attractive interest rates. In King County, while the number of new listings coming to market did increase in August versus July, the increase was still very limited. And median closing sales prices again for the third time this year set an all-time county high. Snohomish saw even fewer new listings come into market in August versus July, and continues to be in an extreme inventory shortage. While this did not stop the median closing sales price here from falling ever so slightly month over month, July had provided Snohomish County with another all-time median sales price high. And so I don't think we could read too much into this month's slight drop-off. In short, as we enter the fall, extremely low inventory encountering strong buyer demand is likely to continue to be the situation for the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties. If you are considering selling right now, these markets continue to provide you with ample opportunity to achieve a quick and smooth sale alongside a great sales price. If you're looking to buy, interest rates continue to be in the realm of historical all-time lows and are highly attractive on a relative basis. But you should be mindful of the fact that for the foreseeable future, conditions in the marketplace will be very competitive. When hunting for a new home, you will continue to want to strike the right balance of being calm and collected when it comes to interpreting information. But when you do find a property that you love, you will likely need to act quickly and competitively when it comes to the negotiation. Okay guys, that does it for the September 2020 market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful, and subscribe to the page or the channel if you wish to be notified of similar future content. Feel free to engage or post questions in the comment section below. And as always, I hope this finds you well. Until next time, stay safe out there and have a great one.